Sis, it is something about taking care of yourself. There is something about pouring back into yourself that makes other people uncomfortable. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not dressing up, if you're not wearing your best clothes, nobody's paying you no mind. But as soon as you start loving on yourself, as soon as you start taking care of yourself, as soon as your aura is strong, as soon as your light is bright, you better believe me, there's going to be somebody trying to humble you. There's going to be somebody trying to dim your light. And it's your responsibility, because it's coming. It is your responsibility to stay focused and shine even brighter. When you have people trying to dim your light, when you have people trying to humble you, they see you. They see you. They want it. They want the light. They are attracted to your aura. They are attracted to your...
Sis, let me tell you something real quick before you start dimming your glow for people who don't even wash their emotional laundry.
I've always wondered what the difference is between successful people and people who always look for excuses, and I never really understood until now. I'm so scared and out of my comfort zone. I'm about to interview Abigail Spanberger, who went from the CIA, is now a congresswoman, and is running for governor of Virginia. You can never be ready for this. You can never be ready for this. I have my questions, I've practiced, but I'm so out of my comfort zone and I'm so scared, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna get out of my car, I'm gonna do it scared, I'm just gonna jump in. But I'm just letting you know that I figured it out. So if you want to be successful, do everything you want to do. It doesn't matter if you're scared. It doesn't matter how frightening it is. That's the only way. There's a saying that I really like: the water won't get warmer if you jump later. So I'm gonna go and jump now. Wish me good luck. If I go back in time and tell my younger self the things that I'm doing now, she would think that I became the coolest person ever. She would never believe that I have the guts. So I'm doing this for her.
So I need y'all to get ready. I need y'all to get ready for 2025, because 2025 is going to be the year of you being comfortable, of you feeling good in your skin, in your energy, in your body, releasing the anxiety that you've been carrying for years because you're so scared to disturb the peace. You're so scared to make others uncomfortable. Maybe you've been made to feel all your life that something was off with you, something was wrong with you, you're doing too much, you're not doing enough, you're too quiet, you're too loud. Whatever it is about you that you were made to feel like this disturbs other people or this makes other people uncomfortable, 2025 is the year that you're going to have to embrace that part of you. 2025 is the year that you're going to have to love those parts of you that you believe other people hate. So get ready to get uncomfortable to eventually be comfortable, because who you are is more than enough, and I need y'all to realize that.
You know, it gets to a point where we got to be comfortable with letting people be uncomfortable. A person hurts your feelings and you immediately say, no, it's okay. No, it's not. Stop lying. A person will not change if you keep saving them. We love to talk about accountability, but we forget that it's twofold. Not only is it your responsibility to take a step back and allow the behavior to change, it is also on them to make the necessary changes to still be a part of your life. So yeah, it's not okay, and let them be uncomfortable.
I was 22 years old when I realized to be truly authentic, you have to be comfortable with making other people uncomfortable. Sometimes when you're truly being yourself around other people, they're not gonna like you. Sometimes they won't, and that is okay. And you really have to be okay with making other people feel uncomfortable. I'm noticing that sometimes when I'm really in my energy, I can be very passionate and intense and overwhelming. And sometimes that bothers people. Sometimes people don't like that and they want you to dim down a little bit. And then other times I'm not feeling myself and I don't feel like talking. I don't feel like being part of a conversation. And then I get called standoffish and other things. It's like, no matter what you do, someone is not going to like your behavior. I feel like the important lesson is that personalities clash, and that's okay. As long as you're in touch with your own and you're allowing yourself to be yourself in any environment, that's the most important thing. But really understanding that if you really want to reach a high level of authenticity, you have to be comfortable with making other people uncomfortable. You have to be okay with it.
We never want to hear the bad or the critique from people who are close to us because it hits different, right? Like, you want that honesty, you want that transparency. A lot of people ask for that, but a lot of people can't receive that because no one really wants to know, like, damn, this is what you think of me. You know, and it can be for your own development and for your own growth. However, it does take a level of maturity to be able to receive those things, you know, and even in friendships. And I feel like that's why a lot of people have surface level friendships. Because they're afraid to make each other uncomfortable. They're afraid to challenge each other. Right. And it's like, as adults, how long are we going to keep trauma bonding and keep gossiping and keep like having these low vibrational friendships?
Where's the depth?
Exactly. Or because we're scared of hurting my friend's feelings. You know, I feel like if we're friends, you should know my intention for you is the best. I want the best for you.
Because it's such a muddy water.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, especially because we know each other personally, it almost feels so invasive and people are exposed. Right? And it's like, who are you to be exposing me? They may feel comfortable with a therapist. They may feel comfortable with a teacher that doesn't really know them. A stranger.
Yeah.
Right. But you? Who are you?
The moment you start taking care of yourself, I'm talking skincare, glowing like you moisturize with angel tears. I'm talking outfits so cute, even your bills start looking at you different. People suddenly develop selective vision and unsolicited opinions. Because when you were tired, drained, and looking like a background character in your own life, nobody had anything to say. But the second you stand up straighter, love yourself louder, and walk in smelling like a healed woman, the "who does she think she is" choir starts rehearsing. Let them rehearse. You're the main character. Because here's the truth. People don't get mad when you shine. They get mad when your shine exposes how dim their bulb has gotten. And guess what? That ain't your business. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Your job is simple. Glow harder, pray deeper, lift heavier, whether it's dumbbells or boundaries. Speak kinder to yourself. Upgrade your routine like your life depends on it, because honestly, it does.
Hi, just your friendly reminder. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I know somebody needs to hear this today. And I'm telling you, do not take yourself off the top shelf because other people can't reach it. Downplay how hard you've worked. Do not downplay all of the work that you've put in that other people haven't. That's why you are receiving the success. You're receiving the success for the work you've put in. It is not your job to babysit people's feelings, okay? It is not your job to make sure other people feel okay. You be nice. You be a good human. You don't disrespect people. You don't intentionally hurt people's feelings. But for the life of me, guys, stop watering yourself down because you are scared of how people are going to receive you, because they are going to receive you however they're going to receive you anyway. You could water yourself down. It does not matter. They're still not going to like you, baby. So keep showing up and stop watering yourself down. And for goodness sakes, if you've worked hard for something, be proud of it because you deserve it. I'm here to tell you that. 5 big sister tips that I wish I had an older sister to tell me when I was younger. So basically, I'm your older sister now, and I'm gonna tell you what I wish I knew. Starting off at number 1 is 90% of the things that you're stressing about right now are not going to happen. So relax. I promise it's okay. If it's not gonna matter in 5 years, do not spend more than 5 minutes stressing about it. It's impossible to make the wrong choice. If you made the choice, God is literally going to find a way to make it work for your favor. Don't spend time stressing about things that you cannot change. Hold your hand when I say this one. Leave that situationship alone. Leave it alone. They don't not want a relationship. They just don't want it with you, my love. And that's okay because it's their loss at the end of the day. You cannot lose anybody that is meant to stay in your life. Remember that, please. You are worthy and valuable because you are you. Not because of what you do for others. Not because of how many people like you. Not because of anything. Your value is tied to yourself. So detach yourself from anything or any idea that your value is tied to something else, because it's not. You are worthy just because you are you, not because of how many people like you or who's proud of you. Be proud of yourself, okay? Period. While you're letting go of the situationship, also let go of that razor. Put it down. Please start waxing. Use the magic razorless shave cream, whatever you want to do, but don't use a razor, okay? Because those razor bumps are gonna take you years to get rid of. What people think literally doesn't matter. People pleasing is a literal disease. Rejection and embarrassment are illusions that don't actually exist, okay? And the last one I'm gonna say for this video is start taking more pictures of yourself. I don't care if you don't think you look good today. I don't care. Start taking pictures because you are the youngest you will ever be, and you are the hottest that you have ever been. So start taking pictures because your future self is going to see that beauty that you don't see right now. You are beautiful. Start capturing it on camera, okay?
And while we're discussing authenticity, let's talk about the art of being too much for people who were never enough for you anyway. You're passionate, they'll call you intense. You're quiet, they'll call you rude. You're minding your business, they'll still find something to say. The moral of the story, you could show up as a warm cinnamon roll or a luxury handbag. They're still gonna have an opinion. So show up as you, loud you, soft you, selective silence you, thriving you, awkward you, whichever version is real today. Now, let's get into the hard truth nobody wants to hear. Stop rescuing grown adults from the consequences of their own behavior. You keep putting band-aids on problems that require spiritual surgery. You keep letting people, it's okay, baby, their way out of accountability. It is not okay. Let them be uncomfortable. Discomfort is how people grow, not coddling. Speaking of discomfort, success doesn't come from confidence. It comes from doing the thing terrified, shaky, sweating through your shirt like a nervous intern. You don't wait for the fear to leave. You just leap and scream on the way down. Because the water is not getting warmer later. Jump now. And let's talk to that version of you who's bullied herself into shrinking so others can stand taller.
Harsh truths as a millennial with no friends. A lot of the people that you may call friends, I'm sorry to break it to you, but they are not your friends because you're an amazing person. And trust me, I'm sure you're an amazing person and you're a great friend, but that's not the reason they chose to be your friend. They chose to be your friend because you are in close proximity to what they want. You are in close proximity to what they want. Therefore, being your friend puts them in their mind at a closer proximity to what they want. Meaning, it could be that you do have a man. It could be that you got nice things. It could be you know how to dress. It could be your hair's always laid. It could be something so small that you won't think about it because it comes to you so easily, but they are using that as a measuring stick on how much they want to be your friend, how loyal they will be.
Stop trying to make people feel comfortable with you. Fuck these people. Are you comfortable with yourself? It's not your job to make everyone else feel comfortable with your fucking presence. If they're uncomfortable, sounds like a personal issue to me, and that's not your problem. Don't dress for them. Don't talk for them. Don't walk for them. Do not do anything for them, okay? Do what you want to do. Say what you want to say. Wear what you want to wear. Be who you want to be. And if anyone has an issue with it, like I said, it's a personal fucking issue. It has nothing to do with you. Of course. People are going to have problems. People are going to talk shit. But what's that got to do with you?
I'm 64, and if I could go back and talk to myself on my wedding day, I'd tell her to run. But seriously, I tell her, you already know this is not going to work. The red flags are glaring. I tell her, don't ignore them because you're trying to meet some made-up timeline that says that 30s are too old. I tell myself, I know you want this so bad that you're willing to ignore all the signs that are screaming at you. I tell myself, you taught this person how to treat you when you decided your boundaries did not matter. I'd hug myself and say, you deserve more than this person is capable of giving you, and that you must give yourself what you need first.
I'm not an asshole. I just don't have to fake it with people anymore. All that people pleasing shit, that's out the window. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, don't give a fuck.
Stop taking yourself off the top shelf to make people who never even reached out 3 feel better. Stop watering down your excellence like you're scared of being too strong. Baby, you are strong. And the people meant for you will rise to meet you, not ask you to lower the bar. Now, come here, younger sister, because big sis has a few things to say. You're stressing about things that won't even matter next Thursday. God is not letting you ruin your destiny. That situationship, release it before it drains the remaining 2 brain cells you're using. Your value is not Amazon Prime. You don't need constant validation to ship. And please, for the love of your skin, stop acting like razors are your only option. There are levels to hair removal, okay? And while we're being honest, some people aren't your friends. They're fans with access. They're around because proximity to you makes them feel closer to what they want. But your job is not to be liked. Your job is to be real. So dress how you want, speak how you want, walk how you want, live how you want. And if someone has a problem, baby, that sounds like a personal issue. And personal issues stay personal. Now go shine. Louder this time.